The G7 summit hasn't even started yet. The protests are in full swing, and German police have stepped up security checks near the venue. World leaders, including German Chancellor Angela Merkel and US President Barack Obama, will begin their work on Sunday. Karl Penhaul joins us now from the Alpine town of Garmisch, which is south of Munich in Germany. Karl, the G7 leaders have a lot to discuss, but it seems the protesters have their own agenda.
Absolutely true, Linda, because what you're seeing now is thousands of protesters beginning to gather ahead of the arrival of President Obama and the other G7 leaders tomorrow morning. And they want to give them a very hostile reception. But make no mistake, it is not just about street action, it is not just about protest, because we've spent several days talking to these groups and they have very clear ideas. They see the G7 as a club of elite fat cats made up of the leaders of the world's most industrialized nations, determined on dividing the world economy and world economics up for their own benefits and not for the benefits of their citizens or the global community. There are many different groups here. There are Greens, there are leftists of different stripes, there are anarchists and simply concerned citizens. And that makes for a whole myriad of ideas as well. Some want to combat climate change with greater vigor. Others want to step up the fight against world poverty. Others simply want to smash the system and change the capitalist system for good. Others, an end to the world refugee crisis. So many different ideas among these so many groups, but they share a common dream, they say, of trying to build a better future that is fairer for everybody. They also share a common goal this weekend. They are vowing to try and disrupt and shut down the G7 summit, Linda.
A lot of passion there amongst the protesters and a lot of issues on their agenda. Now, the 7 world leaders who are meeting tomorrow are responsible for 11% of the world's population, but 50% of the world's wealth. What will be at the forefront of their discussions?
Well, we know it's normal that the G7 leaders are going to be having discussions over 48 hours about the world economy, about security, about foreign policy. That is why the protesters say that meeting is simply to divide up interests and really not for the benefit of the people themselves. Just take into account another beef that these protesters have. 17,000 police will be on duty to keep crowd control. The whole cost of putting on this summit, $150 million, so that 7 world leaders can meet for just 48 hours. And that is more than the world is spending this year on plucking migrants and refugees out of the Mediterranean. These people say those budgets are skewed. This system cannot go on, Linda.
Absolutely incredible. A lot of money spent to have a meeting in what is a castle, a palace there. We appreciate your reporting today, Karl Penhaul. Thank you very much.